Hello viewers, today for the initial checkout we have a Pelonis or Pelonis or whatever it is, the original disc furnace. Pelonis or Del Rain, I guess it says, whatever that is. This is from 1991. And the model number is 1500IV. It is 120 volts, 60 hertz, adjustable up to 1500 watts, up to 5200 BTU apostrophe S. And it's made in Taiwan, or assembled in Taiwan, by Pelonis Del Rain. I think Pelonis is an actual brand. It seems to be pretty rare. Most all these names that we see nowadays are just names. They don't actually make anything, but I believe Pelonis makes the stuff. I think. I'm not certain. I think so. It's interesting because this assortment of controls actually gives us the temperature, not just arbitrary numbers. And then we have the on and off controls for the fan and the heat element. And it says adjustable up to 1500 watts, but I don't see any kind of speed adjustment here whatsoever, because this probably just turns it on and off at a given temperature. I don't think that adjusts the power draw. It's got probably a muffin fan in there. And it does have the things to hold a filter in there, which on these you really need because it's a very fine grate, and that will clog with dust in just a couple of in some environments a couple hours of use. So this probably is very low hours based on the cleanliness. Nice all metal heater, much safer than the plastic junk they make today. Just rubber feet, still pretty soft and pliable. The cord is definitely starting to show some age. It's got that kind of weird feeling to it that these cords typically get. It's like just really how do you describe it? Like too rubbery. You know, it should kind of feel more like a hard plastic, and this just feels like rubber. I think it's going to start cracking soon, but so far it's okay. It is probably a 16 gauge. Yep, it's a 16 gauge. I never liked that these use 16 gauge. That's pretty standard for a 1500 watt heater. I think it should be 14, but that's just how these all were. Nothing specific to this one in that regard. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in. It is polarized, interestingly enough. Start on with the fan. Well, inherently, the fan doesn't work. It's definitely free. I imagine that's our thermostat right there. We are getting the power indicator up here. Are we? I thought we were. No, I guess we're not. And we are now. Sounds like it's got a tip over switch in there. So why doesn't this run? So it runs when the heat setting is on, but not when it's just fan. So there must be, maybe there's something wrong with the wiring. thermostat doesn't work. Oh boy. I saw some smoke come out of there. That could have just been dust burning off. Yeah, probably just dust burning off. Wow, that throws off some serious heat. Holy mackerel. I wonder if that just runs real slow just to keep the air moving. And is the element off? It's still throwing out heat. It's scorching hot though. I don't see the lights going down when I turn this up, so I don't think that it's actually lowering the element down at all. Something might be wrong with the control set. It should definitely be lowering the element's power if it's going to slow the fan down that much. And I don't think it is. You would see the lights dim when I turn it back up if it was. No, it's definitely not. I don't know why we have no fan only setting. Wow, this really throws off some heat. And it blows pretty far too. I can feel it pushing the air several feet away from the unit. And it's hot. Really hot. Yeah, these disc furnaces are pretty good heaters. It's hard to believe. Before you know it, we're going to be running the heaters again. It definitely works, but something's fishy about it. That works. That startup sound is just phenomenal. I wonder if this is electronic controlled because there's a delay. Oh. Maybe it's a loose connection. I just tapped on it a bit and it worked. The thermostat has no effect on the fan setting. Alright, so this is interesting. It works, but I have a suspicion that something's not quite right. Because I think when this is all the way down and it's on that slow fan setting, it should really drop the element's power, but it's not. Because you'd see the lights change as I turn it up. It is 76 degrees in here, so the thermostat is actually pretty accurate. I mean, it just kicked on right there. That's probably exactly 76. Oh, it's variable. To some extent anyways. It seems to have a couple of speeds maybe. Yeah, that's that really low speed I don't like. And there's like maybe medium. And if I go a little bit more, we get high. Very interesting. That just doesn't seem safe to me. The air coming out of there is so hot, it can't possibly be lowering the element's temperature. Can't possibly be. Well, there's one easy way to tell, which is to get that kilowatt meter. I think I'm going to have to go and get it. I got the kilowatt meter, so now we can wonder no more about exactly what's going on here. set up. And let's check it. See what it does. Alright, we got 119 volts, 120 on the nose. Wow, that's taking it down pretty low. So that's 416 watts. Okay, so I was completely mistaken. It is turning down the wattage quite a bit. 400. And then when we get to the set point, goes up a couple hundred watts. And then at full power, should get around 1500. That's really pulling the voltage down. Definitely got to redo the wiring down here. I just don't like the way it is. Alright, so it does turn the wattage down on the element quite a bit. So it seems to be that this has like 3 speeds. Oh, to me that's just... it's getting a little too hot for my preference. If it turned the element off, let the fan run this slow, that would be actually kind of neat, because then the temperature, it would stay accurate. But I don't know, this is super hot to me. I don't like that. That's interesting. It might actually be infinite range. It's just so precise. Huh. Very interesting. Yeah, it actually is infinite range. It's so sensitive. That's a pretty efficient fan for probably what's a shade of coal. It's already cooled off. It cools off pretty quick. Is it a shade of coal? Let's find out. Nope, yeah, it is. It's shaded coal. Alright, well that's certainly an interesting heater. It's a good, powerful heater. I don't know about that low speed though. I think that's just a little bit too slow for my preference. Element's getting a little too hot.